Hello everyone, welcome back to BooktubeBeginnings. There's like so much dust in my room. I don't even know if it's catching on camera, but like, no wonder I feel ill. We are here to talk about the books that I read in February, my February wrap up. And let me tell you, for a short month, I'm doing awesome this month. Like this year so far, I'm doing amazing. For me, maybe not for your standards, but for my standards, I'm exceeding them. Hopefully, I'm going to continue to crush. This year, for the month of February, I read 7 books. So I read 1 3-star, 4 4-star books, and 2 5-star books. So let's get into them right now. So the first book I read this month is Heard It in a Love Song by Tracy Garvis Graves, and this book, I grabbed it like so randomly because the cover is absolutely gorgeous. This was a 3-star for me. It was okay. It was just nothing special, nothing like memorable that stood out to me. Do I recommend it? I mean, yeah, I would still read it. I don't think it's awful. It's not terrible. It was just really average. If you haven't seen my other videos where I talked about this book is about a woman named, oh my god, I don't remember her name, Layla, who was a former singer, and you know, she like gave it up and became this music teacher, and she's divorced and she meets this single dad who becomes a friend and maybe more. This didn't do anything. There's really no, like, if you are expecting spicy, there's nothing spicy in this. There's really nothing special. Like I said, I would still give it a shot. For me, it just wasn't anything special, but I'm glad that I read it because I am fulfilling goals of mine of reading books that no one's really talked about. The next book I read was Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. This was a 4-star for me. This book was pretty intense at times. It had me in my feelings. So this book is about a girl named Tate and a guy named Miles. This girl's like moving in with her brother, and Miles is her brother's best friend, and they meet and he's like instantly just rude to her, and she's like trying to figure out why, but like there's somewhat of an attraction there, but like he keeps on pulling away. This book had some depth to it, so I commend Coho for that. But yeah, I really liked it. I gave it a 4 stars. Definitely this one I will say is worth the read if you have not read it yet. Then, because romance in February, I just continued on with another Coho book, All Your Perfects. This one, I rated it 4 stars on Goodreads, but it's more like a 3.5, 3.75. I didn't like it as much as I liked Ugly Love, but I didn't hate it by all means. This one is another one that had some depth to it. I wasn't like with the characters as much as I was with Ugly Love. This one is about a woman in her marriage, and like we follow her like now where she's kind of like distant with her husband, and then we follow her like 7 years ago when she is like in love with him, and we like piece the puzzle together on why she becomes distant with him. And I don't know, it's just, I don't think I like books that have to do with already established relationships. I very much prefer the chapters when they were like meeting and stuff like that. I think I like to see how it comes together. If it's an already established relationship, then it kind of bores me a little bit. Again, I guess 3.75. It's still good and I would recommend. The next book I read was The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. I gave this 4 stars, but like more like a 4.5. This one was really fun. I read this very quickly, more quickly than I usually would read a book this size. So that tells you anything. I was obsessed. I read this and I have a vlog. I honestly would recommend it, but I don't recommend the vlog because it's not my finest work, I'm gonna be honest. And then I watched the movie as well, and this book to movie adaptation was like phenomenal. 5 out of 5 stars for the book to movie adaptation because it was so good. Lucy Hale plays a perfect Lucy. If you don't know what this is about, this is a office romance, hate to love. That's all you really need to know about it. Like, I wouldn't say too much more than that because like then you just give the book away. If that doesn't catch your eye, then I wouldn't grab it, but if it does, for sure. The next book I read was Every Heart a Doorway by Seanan McGuire, and let me tell you, I adored this so much, and I'm realizing I really do love magic realism, so that is my like safety genre. So if you have any recommendations for some magic realism, please give them all to me. Like, I even tabbed it. I don't tab books often, but like I really do enjoy this book. This series as a whole is about these kids that they find this door, and it takes them to this universe that is like their perfect world. Some kids come back from the door and they can't find their way back to their perfect world, so they go to this school that helps them cope with the loss of that world and the door, and you know, some kids find their door again, some kids will never see their door again. I loved it. Like, I just genuinely love this book, and I can't wait to continue on with the series. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was The Paris Apartment. This was an ARC. I got it like 2 days before it came out, and I read it the day before, but I ended up finishing it like a week later. This one took me a little bit, but I really enjoyed this. Like, the beginning was feeling like a 3-star, like this is okay. But the last 100 pages did it for me, okay? I read the guest list and did not like enjoy it at all. Like, I gave it a 3 stars, but now I'm thinking about it, it's probably like a 2. But this one, so much better. So if you didn't like the guest list, I still would recommend to check this out because I liked it. This and the guest list are like completely different worlds apart, and definitely so much better. So I'm curious if you do like the guest list. Let me know if you liked this, if you have read it, because I'm mainly thinking about Sav, because Sav loves the guest list. So Sav, if you read The Paris Apartment, did you like it? Let me know. So this book is about this girl named Jess, and she's going to visit her brother at his apartment building, but when she gets there, he is nowhere to be found, and you're just trying to piece together like, oh, what is happening? Where's her brother? Does the people in the apartment have anything to do with it? That kind of thing. And this was good. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Dear Martin. This was a 4-star. This is about this kid named Justice who goes to an all-white, well, mainly all-white school. There's maybe one other kid of color there. Yeah, this one, honestly, I feel like I would have read this in school, or like I should have read this in school. I definitely feel like it has the potential to have so many conversations about police brutality and how people will say that they're not racist, still kind of say like racist things and view them as not racist because their intent isn't bad, even though what they're saying is hurtful. Yeah, so again, this book opens up so many conversations, and I could talk all day about it if I really wanted to, but for the sake of time, I just recommend everyone read this book. I think this is an important read. I think everyone should read it. It had me shook. Like, I've read this in a day and it had me like so shook. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did. I guess I didn't really have any expectations going into this, but it was genuinely good, and like I said, I think everyone should pick this book up at least once in your lifetime. This is like one of those books that you like need to read once in your lifetime. So that was all of the books that I read for the month of February. In total, I read 7 books for the shortest month of the year. I'm pretty proud of myself with that one. I think that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you like me and want more bookish content, definitely hit that subscribe button. If you like this kind of video, definitely let me know by giving it a thumbs up. What was your favorite book that you read for the month of February? I am dying to know. And that is it. All right. Before the police come get me, let me go. Bye, everyone.